Do you feel it? That restless stir inside you, the part of you that watches others move through life with ease, confidence, and magnetism, and wonders, why not me? Look around. Look at yourself in the mirror tonight, after the world has pulled at your shoulders, after disappointment has whispered lies in your ear, after loss has taught you lessons you weren't ready to learn. I want you to see something, really see it. Beneath the wrinkles, beneath the fatigue, beneath the quiet despair, there is a fire in you. A fire waiting to be noticed, waiting to ignite, waiting to burn brighter than ever. Tonight, I want to talk to the men in the room, older men, men who've been beaten down by time, by rejection, by mistakes, by love that slipped through your fingers. But I also want to talk to the young man in each of you who refuses to give up, who still craves to stand tall and be magnetic, to command respect, to inspire desire, not just from others, but from yourself. Because here's the truth, there are men out there who don't just survive, they thrive, they age like wine, and they do it effortlessly. You've seen them. The man who walks into a room and suddenly the air feels different. The man who speaks and people lean in. The man who doesn't chase attention, but attention finds him. What makes them like this? Is it money? Is it power? Is it luck? Maybe a little. But it's something far deeper, far simpler, far more attainable than you think. Tonight, we're going to uncover the 5 traits that make older men naturally attractive. But we're not just going to talk about traits. We're going to dive into your soul, because these traits aren't just external. They come from your scars, your resilience, your heartbreak, your victories. And yes, they come from your pain. Let's start here, with the truth. How many of you have felt invisible? Like the world moved on without noticing your effort, your growth, your struggles. Maybe someone broke your heart. Maybe someone betrayed your trust. Maybe life slapped you so hard you questioned your worth. I've seen it, and I know you've felt it. Imagine this. You've loved hard, maybe too hard. You've given everything to someone who walked away. You've poured your soul into work, into your family, into dreams, and still, sometimes it feels like you're standing in the shadows while the world celebrates someone else. And it hurts. God, it hurts. There's that quiet moment at night when the lights are off and your thoughts are loud. The moment when you think, am I still attractive? Am I still relevant? Am I enough? Let me tell you something you need to hear right now. That pain is valid. That loneliness is real. That fear of being unseen is human. You are not weak. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too old, too worn, too faded. You are exactly where you need to be, and every ache, every scar, every failure has prepared you for something greater. You've been told to toughen up, to just move on, to be grateful you're alive. But those words never touch the part of you that hurts, the part of you that cries silently when no one is watching, the part of you that feels abandoned. I see you, and I want you to see this. There is nothing wrong with feeling your feelings. There is nothing wrong with admitting you are human. These emotions, this vulnerability, it's not a weakness. In fact, it's the first sign of real strength, because only men who can face their pain, who can look it square in the eye and say, I see you, I acknowledge you, I will rise anyway, can ever become truly magnetic. The men who captivate, who draw people in, not because they're perfect, but because they're real. They have this, and you have it too, even if you don't know it yet. So where do we go from here? How do we turn this weight of pain into the gravity of attraction? How do we stop asking, am I enough? And start living as if the answer is already yes? The first step is this: hope is not lost. You are not finished. You are not too far gone. I want you to imagine yourself 1 year from now, stronger, smarter, calmer, magnetic in a way that doesn't scream for attention, but commands it quietly. You walk into a room and people can't help but notice, not because of your money, not because of your car, not because of your titles, but because of who you have become inside. And here's the secret. Every older man who is naturally attractive has cultivated 5 traits that you can start developing today. Traits that transcend age, wealth, and circumstance. Traits that make them irresistible. Not superficially, but deeply, spiritually, emotionally. Are you ready? Let's go. The first trait? Confidence. But not arrogance. Experience-fueled confidence. See, young men have energy. They have charm. They have ambition. But older men have lived. They've failed, floundered, and risen again. They've been rejected, humiliated, and still shown up. That creates a confidence that doesn't need validation. Picture this. A man walks into a room after a day of rejection, after a decade of being overlooked, and yet he smiles. He doesn't announce himself. He doesn't compete. He simply is. There's a gravity around him because he knows who he is, because he survived what most people wouldn't. You can have this too. Start small. Start with, I am enough. My experience matters. My story is my power. Own your past, not as baggage, but as proof of your resilience. Confidence isn't born. It's forged in the fires of life, and every scar you carry is a medal of honor. The second trait, emotional maturity. This isn't about being stoic or unemotional. It's about mastering your emotions, not being mastered by them. It's about listening before reacting, understanding before judging, forgiving before resenting. Imagine a man whose partner is angry. He doesn't yell, he doesn't run, he listens, he responds with calm clarity. That's magnetic, that's irresistible. People are drawn to him because he anchors the chaos around him. Emotional maturity comes from pain, from heartbreak, from mistakes, and it's your greatest weapon. Every time you've been hurt, you've been training for this. Every betrayal has been a lesson in patience. Every failure has been a blueprint for composure. Practice it every day. In small ways, pause before you speak, ask before you assume, reflect before you react. This isn't weakness, it's power. The third trait, purpose, passion. Nothing is more attractive than a man who burns with something real, not wealth, not status, not approval. Something he cannot ignore, something that makes him wake up at 5 a.m. and feel alive. I've met men in their 50s and 60s who light up a room simply by talking about their craft, their mission, their journey. It doesn't matter if it's building houses, writing novels, mentoring young people, or tending a garden. The fire in their soul speaks louder than words. Ask yourself, what sets my soul on fire? What am I here to give to the world? And then pursue it relentlessly, not for recognition, but for fulfillment. Passion is magnetic because it signals life, vitality, and strength. The fourth trait, integrity, honesty, authenticity. Here's the hard truth. People smell inauthenticity instantly. They see through pretense. They can tell when you are trying to impress rather than expressing. Older men who are attractive don't play games. They don't manipulate. They don't hide who they are. They say what they mean what they say, and live according to their values. That honesty, raw, unapologetic honesty, is electrifying. It's hard to do. Life has taught you to hide, to survive, to fit in. But your authenticity, that's your magic. People are drawn to the man who is whole, who is real, who doesn't need to hide his shadows to be loved. The fifth trait? Grace under pressure, calm in chaos. Life isn't easy. People are messy. Circumstances will push, pull, and break you if you let them. But older men who are magnetic, they don't crumble, they bend, they don't break, they respond. They carry themselves with dignity, even when the world is unruly. Think about a time someone insulted you unfairly. Maybe it happened this week, maybe this month. Most people lash out, fight, snap. But imagine responding with calm, measured strength, not coldness, not submission, but composed power. That is irresistible. That is confidence. That is attraction. Now, I want you to hear me. I want you to feel it in your bones. You already have the foundation for all 5 traits. Every scar, every heartbreak, every failure, every lesson has been building you up. You are stronger than you think. You are braver than you believe. You are more magnetic than you know. Say it with me in your mind. I am enough. I am worthy. I am strong. I am growing. I am becoming irresistible, not because of looks or money, but because of the man I am becoming inside. And here's the fire I want you to carry out of this room. Life will try to make you small. Society will try to make you invisible. Time will whisper that your best days are behind you. But I am telling you, your best days are ahead of you. Rise. Rise from the ashes of your disappointments. Rise from the weight of your past. Rise from the voices that told you you weren't enough. Every man who is naturally attractive has been where you are, confused, broken, overlooked. And yet, they chose to rise. They chose to own their experience. They chose to master their emotions. They chose to pursue their passions with fire. They chose integrity over approval. They chose grace under pressure. And now, so can you. Imagine the man you want to be. Imagine walking into a room and owning it, not with arrogance, but with quiet, undeniable power. Imagine conversations flowing effortlessly because people sense your strength, your warmth, your wisdom. Imagine life opening doors, not because of who you know, but because of who you have become. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your life. And it is far from over. So, here's what I want you to do when you leave this room tonight. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am worthy. I am growing. I am magnetic. Take one trait: confidence, emotional maturity, purpose, integrity, or grace, and commit to cultivating it daily. Let go of the shame, the fear, the doubt that has been holding you back. They are not yours to carry anymore. Remember this: your scars are your strength. Your pain is your power. Your life is your magnet. Rise, move forward, claim your presence, claim your magnetism, claim your life, and never, ever forget this: you are more than enough. You are already extraordinary, and the world is waiting to see you shine.